Okay, Bob's going to go first. You know what time it is. Battle, 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 battle. Roast them.
Jeremy is a biromantic gray asexual, which means he experiences romantic attraction to all genders, but sexual attraction only at his victims' graves.
I'm not going to take that from an AI-generated human Snorlax that only wakes up to suck dick. Bob McClure is from Hudson, Ohio, Hudson being most infamous for its ice fishing shanties you can get prostitutes in. This is where Bob learned to come in under a minute, because that's how much time he had before the ice collapsed.
Dude, Jeremy, your love language is having Maverick menthols put out on your nipples. You look like you got ordained just so you could perform same-sex cat weddings. Seriously, dude, if you're here, who's teaching defense against my father's approval at the Wizarding School of Genital Warts?
Thank you, straighter Jeremy Sheer.
You are welcome, the worm-eating RFK Jr.'s brain.
Bob is a big Cleveland Guardians fan. So big, he calls it touch 'em all time when he's allowed to touch his wife. He's such a big Cleveland Guardians fan that when he had a threesome with his girlfriend and the guy she cheated on him with, he justified it as, I'm just Tom Hamilton calling the game with Jim Rosenhaus. But much like the radio, Jim Rosenhaus did much of the work.
You good? Okay. Just curious, man. Just curious, dude. Oh, man. Jeremy is half Northern Irish and half Ashkenazi Jewish. And he's been doing comedy for the last 20 years to honor his family's storied tradition of bombing.
Belfast or Tel Aviv, we have you covered. Bob rescued a stray kitten, and despite his best efforts, he couldn't nurse it back to health, and it died. That is what the government wants you to think. The truth is, Bob fucked that kitten to death. It suffocated underneath him while he was trying to put it in, because Bob found the one pussy in the world too tight for him.
I am so sorry. This is my mom. It might actually be an emergency. I'm so sorry. Hey, Mom, I'm right in the middle of a roast battle. What's up?
Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I was just calling to see how the baby's doing.
No, but the baby's great. She just laughed for the first time, actually.
Aw, you must have told her Jeremy won a Lifetime Achievement Award for comedy.
When did you become a prop comic?
Mom, I'm so sorry. I gotta get back to cornholing the lesbian that took Hitler's place at art school. That was my actual mom, everybody. That was my actual mom. Big ups to Shelley.
Give it up for Bob's mom. Bob's goal, one of his goals, is to be the next Bill Squire, and you are really coming along. You do a lot for the Akron comedy scene. Whenever somebody needs a pen to write a note, Bob McClure has an extra one under his tit. Who's responsible for putting gravy-flavored lubricant at the Funny Stop Comedy Condo? Bob McClure. Who gave Funny Stop owner Pete Barricat a little kiss that called him to stroke out and die? Bob McClure.
Dude, you look like your parents were Asperger's patient 0 and a haunted lump of biscuit dough. Jeremy is a big pro wrestling fan. Yeah. So when he finally kicks that chair out from under him, his last words will be, "From the top rope!"
I went to the deli and ordered the Bob McClure. The guy's face turned white and said, "You don't want the Bob McClure." I said, "No, I'm a pretty fat guy. I'm sure I can handle it." He said, "You don't understand. About 5 years ago, Bob McClure walked into my store. He didn't get in line. He just went directly to the hot dog bin. And that's when the horrors began. Bob McClure took his pants off and began shoving hot dogs inside of his butt. We tried to stop him, but he fended us off with a meaty paw and a primal scream anytime we got close. His asshole turned into Joey Chestnut as hot dog after hot dog after hot dog disappeared into the meat dimension. Once he was done with the hot dogs, he moved on to the knockwurst, then the bratwurst, then the kielbasa. I lost thousands of dollars worth of sausage that day. And then COVID hit and I lost even more. My wife couldn't handle all the stress and ended up taking her own life. So you may want the Bob McClure, or you may not. But I swore after that day I'd never sell another sausage again. And I don't have another wife to lose anyway. Now get the hell out of my store. Well, I said, "Well, what about the Chris Clem then?" He said, "Oh, that's easy. Come in the back, I'll put some mustard on your dick and suck you off."
Dude, don't you have to be somewhere busting up an Oompa Loompa union?
That's fine. Anything else to add after that?
No, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Woo!